Ladies and gentlemen, it is time. Time for some Brawl news. Let's catch you up to speed. We've got a lot to get into here today. A brand new survey was released that could be giving us information about a update in the future. We've got free rewards. We have potential new skins around the corner and a ton of fun theory crafting going on right now inside the community. But before we get into that, a quick word from our sponsor here today. I got something to say here real quick. Is there truly anything out there that's more frustrating than lag? If you have issues with lag, today's video sponsor, Exit Lag Mobile, will be the perfect solution for you. Once you sign up for Exit Lag, you find out the game you want to play, you click one button, and then your game will always be free from lag. You'll have higher ping, higher latency, and a much better experience overall. They do this by optimizing your connection for over a staggering 1,000 different servers around the world, with a crazy catalog of over 800 different games and apps out there. Many I'm sure you've heard of. Brawl Stars, Mobile Legends Bang Bang, Roblox Mobile, and the list goes on and on. I've always been a big fan of Exit Lag. Once you finish your gaming session, you can go back into the app, end it there, and you'll be able to see all of your stats during your session. You get to see exactly what Exit Lag is doing for you. Of course, be sure to sign up for Exit Lag Mobile here today, and to make it that much better, if you do sign up today by using my code RAY at checkout, you'll be able to get 15% off your order. There's no better time to do it now. Make sure to scan the QR code up on your screen or click the link in the description down below to get started today. But starting things off here in this episode today with a really fun thing that ended up happening just yesterday, and that is a brand new survey that was streamlined to a few people inside the community. If you guys didn't know, catch you up to speed with the surveys. The Brawl Stars dev team sends these out from time to time to a small population inside the game that give us insight as to what might be coming around the corner for future updates. They've been really useful in the past for things that have already come to the game, and this happened just recently. Taking a look at a tweet from Chosen Network saying Brawl Stars just released an in-game survey for a small group of players where they reveal many of the upcoming skin themes. Note, there's a high chance that a lot of these don't actually make it to the game, but there might be like one or two that could. So here's a look at some of the things that the Brawl Stars dev team could be cooking up in the future. Survey, which of these potential skin themes would you be most excited to see in Brawl Stars? We have some cool stuff such as like steampunk gym. I'm not sure what that would look like. Fairies and dungeons, pets, Nori, furry. Had to do a double take at that one. Could you imagine a furry Brawl Stars update? Just a bunch of animal brawler skins? I guess we kind of already got a few. But continuing on here, gala, pajamas and onesies, aliens and cowboys, zodiac mythology, astronauts, magical girls, cyberpunk, phantoms, none of these. That's a funny option. Just not interested, bro. A lot of interesting stuff here, if you ask me. Obviously, there are so many to point out that it's hard to be like, oh, there's probably going to be a gym update with skins in the future. But at least it's giving an idea what the Brawl Stars dev team is kind of thinking about. And just to kind of reiterate here how important some of these surveys can be, as you can see, this one was probably the most impactful survey, I would say, a while ago. We've took a look at this in the past, but this survey giving off potential themes, a lot of them have already come to the game, much like feudal Japan. Egyptian mythology, I think, could be argued with like the Finks update. Superhero theme, do you guys get the gist? And then one other intriguing post that I ended up seeing about this survey, taking a little bit of a deeper dive into the community, is in regards to this one, pets. I ended up stumbling across this post on Reddit, kind of obscure, not a lot of traction inside the community or anything like that, but this user, Soft Shiny, says, one of the survey themes was alluded to in the Brawl Days image from December 2024. I don't know, and I doubt that this has a crap ton of merit or anything like that, but it is kind of interesting. It says, welcome to Star Bark. Look, if they ended up going with like a pets themed update where we got a bunch of like cute animal skins and stuff like that, I could see them opening up that Brawl Talk saying, welcome to Star Bark. You know what I'm saying? But with all of that aside, I'm sure we'll be circling back to this survey in the future. And if we get any other information about future themes, I'll be sure to let you guys know. You guys know I enjoy speculating and theory crafting. It's a lot of fun. Moving along, getting into the weeds about free rewards. The Mortis event has finally concluded, and I gotta say, this one, for some reason, was actually really enjoyable. I enjoyed the whole whole thing and the rewards themselves were really, really good. Be sure to let me know if you guys got anything good from the stuff that we had here. We got dead boxes, star drops, a legendary star drop, some coins, freaking hilarious profile icons. But there was one free reward that sparked a little bit of drama inside the community. One thing in particular that I'm sure we are kind of used to now at this point is people inside the community, there's like something always to complain about, and I don't know, man, but I get the frustration, that's for sure. Reddit was absolutely swamped with posts like this when the free hypercharge for Mortis came out, with this user saying, then why do they give us a hypercharge from legendary star drops for those that aren't level 11? Basically, the whole drama is the fact that if you don't have a Mortis at power level 11, you're not able to claim the hypercharge for free. This has now been a feature in the game for a little bit, and I think a lot of people are just kind of coming around to that fact just because everyone got the free hypercharge prompt in the shop. But I remember there was a time where we were able to get Shelly's hypercharge for free, and people were running into the same issue. If you didn't have them maxed out, you couldn't get it, which is kind of weird if you ask me, and I get the frustration why people are kind of annoyed by this because, for example, the feature already exists, like this user points out. If you get a hypercharge out of a legendary star drop, it is just equipped on that brawler, and then once you get them to power level 11, you can use it. You don't have to have them at power level 11 to claim it from the legendary. It is kind of frustrating. I guess, thankfully, they have like the countdown for the hypercharge a really long time, right? Just about a month. But again, is it truly free if you have to spend your resources on a brawler that you might not want to get to power level 11 in order to equip it? In my opinion, it should just work like the legendary star drop, or if you have to get them to power level 11, this prompt or this offer in the shop should just never go away. It should just wait there for you. I think that's fair, you know? But yeah, had to bring this up. There was so many posts to the point where you guys know when things like come out and they are talked about so often that people start making meme posts about people posting the same thing over and over and over. We were getting that when this came around. It was pretty funny. You guys should know by now, I enjoy speculating and theory crafting inside the community. Theories are so much fun to investigate and try to find fun connections, though I will say the dev team have kind of pulled back with that kind of sneak peek or Easter egg related content here within like the last year, I would say. There was a time in Brawl Stars before updates would drop, even like a month out from the update, not a month, maybe like a couple weeks, there were like fun, juicy Easter eggs that like you would always try to be on your toes about, but that rarely happens anymore, which is kind of a shame. But with that aside, the next form of theory crafting that came out here recently had everything to do with this loading screen. A lot of people had eyes on this strange character in this boat in the background. There was fun little ideas stemming from it, much like what if it could be like a Leon skin. The shape kind of makes sense, right, with the hood and the point there at the end. But then people were also kind of relating it to things much like Undertale, like characters from there, or Deltarune. Much like this dude here, I was seeing a lot of stuff. River Person from Undertale, another post kind of indicating that. It's strange. It probably won't amount to anything, but it is interesting, right? Just trying to get into the brains of the dev team or the artist that ended up working on this, where it's like, why would you put this here? What's the concept? What's the idea? Is this supposed to be a character in the game? Why would you design something for no reason? It's just fun to think about, and though it's probably unlikely to be anything, it's fun to just kind of keep it in the back of your mind. You never know with Brawl Stars, you never know. And speaking of the dev team or the artists working on things that like aren't in the game right now, but why wouldn't or couldn't they be in the future? You know what I'm saying? There have been a lot of like unreleased skins being designed in recent artworks. This one got a ton of conversation here with the post for this Byron in the background. Wouldn't that be a dope skin? That's so cool. A Sheed Shepherd Byron skin. That's so dope. Also, I had to point out, if you guys didn't catch it, Spike's in this one as well. Obscure Spike Sheep. But then this one took the cake, bro. This is what I'm talking about. Like a few months ago when the Brawl Stars dev team released photos with like interesting, fun Easter eggs in that would get the brain speculating. But there are a monumental amount of skins that are like unreleased, unofficial skins in this post here, much like this Stu skin. A lot of people were like, this matches so well, because Bonnie and Janet also have a skin that's kind of like this like Greek, Roman type-esque. Give it to Stu, bro. Come on. He needs it. Round out the family. We got this Colt Angel Colt skin in the background looking so dope. Then we got this Primo up here looking like a freaking Chad. It's so sick. And then on the opposite end of the spectrum, I believe we have like a floating Melody over there looking ominous. We got like a Rosa skin down there, I think. And then this one, I had to do a little bit of a double take, like, oh, is that something? Again, stuff like this doesn't happen too much anymore, but I believe it's just an RT evil looking skin. Man, I miss when the dev team would just like throw in a fun little thing like that, like, ooh, could that be a brawler? You never know. But it's just a skin. But yo, hey, if you guys are designing skins for these posts, why not just produce them, make them in the game? You know, they're sick. But now that we got that out of the way, moving along to a little bit more controversy, or at least I saw a few posts highlighting this, so I would assume other people were also affected by it. As you can see here, this user ends up saying, 1,000 credit reward from the Katana Kingdom collab event has disappeared without any warning or noticed. Now, this could be two different things. Either the dev team is like erasing this after like a set amount of time, or I've also seen people reporting if with any inbox rewards, if you have too many prompts like stacking on your rewards, eventually they get like erased, which I've never had issues with that or experiences with that. You guys know sometimes we end up making videos where I claim really old inbox rewards and they don't tend to go away. Like on my main account, I definitely have a lot of stuff that ends up popping up, you know, and the things like all the way down here don't typically despawn or anything, you know. Like my oldest one is from 7 months ago and it's still here. But it might be worth keeping your eye on it just in case you guys are kind of stashing this reward away. You might want to collect it. I'm not sure. It's just a little bit of a worrisome couple posts that I saw. But then the final bit of news that I wanted to get into here in this episode today is a ton of posts that I've seen recently about really wanting Brawl Arena back, dude. This is just one of the many that I ended up saving away to bring up in this episode. I've seen this sentiment a lot throughout the community. A lot of people really enjoyed this game mode, and I too did as well. There's so much potential with this thing to the point where like I found myself only playing Brawl Arena when it was out instead of like other modes inside of Brawl Stars. It felt like, for example, you know how in Brawl Stars it feels like we have like 2 or 3 different ways to grind, or maybe 2 big ones where it's like just like trophy pushing or ranked, you know, like 2 different areas that you want to dive in and just have a good time with. Brawl Arena felt like its own separate thing, you know what I mean? Like, do I want to play trophy grinding? Do I want to play ranked or Brawl Arena? Obviously it was still trophy pushing, but it just felt different. It was a good, enjoyable experience, you know? Really hope they bring it back for like a permanent game mode in the future. If they have to need to make changes on it or whatever, don't know, but I want it back. It was so much freaking fun. Let me know what you guys think about Brawl Arena. I would be really interested in hearing your thoughts. Is it just a me thing, or did you guys enjoy it as well? But yeah, man, that's just about all I got for you guys here in this episode today. Just trying to keep you guys in the loop, have a little bit of fun here, chatting with y'all and checking in. I hope you guys enjoyed yourselves here today, hanging out with your boy, and we'll be talking super soon. Also, if you made it to this point in the video, just want to give you guys a little heads up. I'm going to be heading on vacation here for about 2 weeks. So we're going to be having a little bit of a mobile setup here with the next couple posts. So I hope you guys can hang out with me and be chill with that. But yeah, man, thank you guys for checking in, and we'll be seeing you. Adios. Take care.